down to the Final Four in the World Cup. We discuss it next on Beyond the Locker Room. We are down to the Final Four. We have the Big Four, four top teams in the world. It's gone chalk, folks. After all the upsets, all the nice, wonderful stories, the Cabo Verdes of the world, the Curaçaos of the world, even Norway, obviously not really at that level, much higher, but still they were a nice story as well too, as well as many others. We come right back to chalk. The top four teams in the FIFA rankings are right there as the top four right now in the Final Four of the World Cup. So on one side of the ledger, we have France versus Spain that's coming up later, and then we have the next day Argentina versus England. It's going to be a fantastic foursome. Here's my thoughts on each game. France, Spain. I picked France throughout. I started at the beginning of this tournament saying France, in my mind, would be likely the champions. I like them as the favorites. I know Spain were over prohibitive favorites from Vegas and other odds makers, but I like France with their experience and their depth as well too. I think those three in this case, Olise, Dembele, and of course the big man Mbappé, my man Kylian. That's going to be a hard trio to deal with. Spain has not really shown the type of they've had moments where they've seen that greatness come out. Yamal has been he's been okay, but not really great so far in this tournament. So I think you gotta expect something big from him in this match. They're gonna need it from him. He can't just be kind of a passenger, kind of watching things happen. He's got to be in the middle of the action. But I do like France to win. They've been consistently putting pressure on opponents all throughout this tournament. They are hard to keep down. It's going to be hard for Spain to keep this as like a 0-0 game with them. They create so many chances in the box. Their speed, their physicality, they can attack in so many different ways. I do like France to win this match. In regulation, strangely enough, it's been tight. Usually at this time of the tournament, usually we end up getting the penalty kicks or extra time. I have a feeling with the firepower we have out here that this will not be extra time. But who knows, man? Stranger things have happened. But give me France on that side of the ledger. Looking for a t-shirt that says more than just your style? Beyond the Locker Room tees are made with premium quality fabric that's soft, comfortable, and built to last. Perfect whether you're at the game, at the gym, or out with friends. Every design is inspired by the mindset, passion, and culture of sports, giving you something that stands out wherever you go. Shop the full collection today at www.beyondlockerroom.store. Wear the mindset, live the game. Beyond the Locker Room. On the other half, Argentina, England. England hasn't played their best ball in the knockout round, but they found ways to win. Their top players have been their top players, especially Bellingham. He's been fantastic. Kane has been a bit quiet lately. I think the heat really got to him in Miami. He was laboring quite a bit. Gotta give him props. He played the entire match, but he was struggling. He really wasn't out there. They were marking him pretty closely. Norway, has a good defending side, and they were definitely keeping an eye on him at all times. But they gave opportunities for Bellingham, and he definitely delivered on them, just as he did in Mexico City. I think he'll be another big opponent. It'll be interesting to see how Argentina kind of guards them, because Argentina's defense is very aggressive. A lot of times they'll come and swarm you. I'm not sure how England can move the ball quickly when they're ready, if they want to play that game, because it might open up opportunities for England. On the other side, Argentina's found ways, like how champions do. They kind of, it's hard to wrench it from them, and they've found ways to escape Cabo Verde. They found ways to escape Egypt, which that one there is wow. The officiating, I know a lot of people talk about that, and there were some questionable calls or non-calls, they put it that way. I think those are more egregious than the one that everyone thinks about as far as the VAR. I thought some in the box late in the game could have been called potentially for penalty kicks, but Egypt let them off the hook when it's all said and done. Props to Argentina for getting it done, but they've found a way to get out of some tricky situations, and they did again, in their last matchup here. So I think it's gonna be tough, but Argentina, England. It's gonna be one of these things where it's gonna be very close to vest. If you told me it ended up being no score, it's 0-0 after 90, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think I think somehow I feel England gets through. I think they've just been a bit more the more solid team, even though Argentina can be explosive at times. I think England's the team that will get through, and I think you're going to see an England France final. You know, it's funny how after everything's done, you got to give it to Europe. You know, it looked like it was starting off to be a pretty tough tournament for them. With Germany getting knocked out early, Austria going down, and some others going down pretty early. But they rounded up the troops there in the Sweet 16, and they've been rolling ever since. With 7 in the final, 8 in the quarterfinals, and now 3 of the 4 in the semifinals, and I like their chances of having 2 in the finals. So we'll see. Argentina, of course, has right now, arguably the best player in the game. Depending if you think it's Mbappe, if you think it's him, um, if you think it's Messi, so be it. But definitely Messi has been fantastic in this tournament, and I don't expect it to be any different. He'll create a lot of chance for Argentina. How England marks him, they can't make some of the mistakes they made in some of the previous matches against this team because they will put him in the back of the net. And we'll see how the set pieces go for England, which is, they've been very good on those, and we'll see what they do in those circumstances when they get them. But I like England maybe late stages of an extra time goal, perhaps. This might be, who knows, this might be England's time, but I do think they get through, and they'll play France in the finals. So that's what I have right now. We'll see. It's been a lot of fun, this tournament. We'll see what happens next. Check me out as always on X, Facebook, IG, and of course Blue Sky. And you can find me right here on YouTube. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. And thank you all again for the support. Talk to you next time. Keep it locked. Peace.